4:15 on July 2nd. So going live for a little bit. I don't know how long I'll stay live, but we've had lots of requests for more live stream for the ride-alongs. And since it's kind of the calm before the storm, I guess, of supper time here, I figure I'll throw this on for a few minutes. And we've just got our normal setup. I went out this morning around 11 a.m. So I've been out for, about 5 hours now, I guess. And I don't know my exact total because I've got a couple of pending tips coming in, but I'm right around $100 through 5 hours. So 20 an hour through the lunch and afternoon time. And of course, afternoon is one of the slower times, at least around here. I don't know if that's true for everybody, but I was pretty busy till about 2:30, and then from like 2:30 to 3:15, it was just absolutely dead. But I just finished delivering a double. It was like a $10 Fresh Market and like an $8 Outback that they had me pick up after the Fresh Market. Those were both on Uber Eats. So I also got a good Fresh Market order earlier today from Instacart. So that's where I'm headed. I've got no great orders popping up on anything right now. So I'm just going to head back to the Fresh Market parking lot. Our Fresh Market in town here, we have a couple, but the one that I'm going to is right across the street from a Carrabba's and an Outback. It's also near a McDonald's and a Starbucks. So there's kind of all sorts of different late afternoon delivery options. So we've got high-end grocery, and we've got kind of a bunch of different options here. So we'll see. Our supper time off season this time of year doesn't really start till about 5:30. So I've got probably another hour 15 of slow that I've got to kind of get through and try to find a couple orders. I'm currently on earn per offer on DoorDash because it's been pretty good so far this week, but I'm kind of tempted to just throw it on earn by time for the next hour, at least until a bunch of orders start showing up on Uber. So I kind of time my supper rush and when to change over from earn by time to earn per offer, kind of based on when Uber and GrubHub start sending supper orders, because it just tends to be that when I start seeing good supper orders coming through on those, then it's also about the same time that good orders start showing up on DoorDash. So it's not a perfect system, but it's pretty good. But yeah, so anyway, see a couple of you hanging on. Awesome, Kaylee, thanks for the sub. Appreciate it so much. Yeah, we've been trying to grow this channel here over the last, really since January, started doing this, but I've been really trying to do a lot more with live streaming and live ride-alongs here over the last month or so. Really trying to expand that. We are using like super simple tech here. So this is like an iPhone 7 or 8 that I am streaming on off of the Wi-Fi in my car. So this is all, I have the T-Mobile mobile hotspot that you can plug into your car. So that's what I'm streaming. So if the stream's a little choppy every now and then, my apologies. We are wanting to slowly upgrade our tech here, but this is what we're using right now. And then of course I got my other phone for orders, but we're just going to go set up. I'm just waiting to make a left turn here. We're going to set up in the Fresh Market parking lot. Like I said, we're going to be hanging out with Fresh Market, which shows up on Uber Eats. I just did an Uber Eats Fresh Market. Of course, Instacart and DoorDash, all three of them send Fresh Markets. So, and then it's across the street from a Carrabba's and an Outback, both like family casual restaurants. We always recommend setting up near restaurants where a family of four, their order total would be at least $50. So that's why I like sitting next to those. And we're also going to be setting up in a relatively good tipping area of our town. So even though I'll be by a Starbucks and a McDonald's, a lot of those orders still end up going to good tipping people because there's so many of those around. Got to zoom past here really quick. All right, so I'm going to get parked, and I'll just show you if I'm parked. I can show you the orders as they come in, and maybe I'll need your guys' advice on what to take or not to take. So we're still pretty slow. This is like the slow part of the afternoon. From 2:30 to 4:30 is about the worst consistently in my market. Sorry, I know we're all tilted, but let me just get parked here and then kind of respond to any of your comments, and hopefully we'll be in the range to get an order. If I get an Instacart or a shopping order, I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do because, like I said, this phone is just on car Wi-Fi. I have no data or network hooked up to this. So, but I'll give you my current totals for the day, just so you can see. Since I'm parked now, don't worry, I didn't unbuckle while I was driving. So parked kind of. See here. So here I'll show you DoorDash. So everything was pretty good this morning. So let's see. Let me tally this up because I did a couple different ones here. DoorDash went about 3 different times. 22.90. Okay, so if you do the math here on the Tuesdays, you can see. Anyway, it adds up to like $28.40. I had an $8, a $14.90, and then I had an $11 that was canceled because the restaurant didn't get the order, so I got half pay of $5.50. That wasn't bad. So whatever. What did we say there? 22, like $28 there. Uber for the day. Now I got pending tips because I just did 2 deliveries. So there's Uber for the day, 28. So that's another 20. So that's 56. But we have like 15 or something like that in pending tips. So that brings us to like 71, something along those lines. Oh, and then this shows right here. I did 1 Instacart today from Fresh Market. If you guys can, sorry, $39. So that was a really nice order. That final tip just came through. So it always gets a little nerve-wracking on Instacart. For those of you that know that, they're just like waiting to see if the tip holds up, and this one did. It was, I'll give you the details on it. So it took me an hour and 17 minutes total from acceptance to delivery. It had a $32.99 tip on it. And so $39 in an hour 20 or whatever that ended up to be. So that was really nice. And what time did that come through? Like 12:47. So kind of at the end of lunch. So it knocked me out of some other lunch orders and stuff. But that's okay. I'm never going to, I don't want to say never, but I'm rarely going to turn down a $30 plus shopping trip for 25 items, which is what that was. So anyway, it is slow. So here's actually what I'm going to do, because it is so slow. Sometimes when it's slow, you can get orders on Earn by Time on DoorDash, and being that it's available right now, I'm just going to switch over from Earn per Offer to Earn by Time. My acceptance rate is so I'm a Platinum Dasher. My acceptance rate is about as low as I want it to be. I'm at 74%. So, and the only reason I started the day at 75, and the only reason it's 74 is because my internet, phone, whatever, it all crashed at the same time. So I missed a delivery opportunity. I never saw it, so I might have declined it, but I'd have no idea if it was good or not. But so we're going to just see if we can catch an order here, because at this point, that's all I'm looking to do is just stay busy. And like we're set up where we want to be, but you can't force these apps to send orders through to you. All you can do is like set yourself up in the best way possible. So that's what I'm going to do, but it's perfect time to hang out with you. I already built a couple of thumbnails. I was kind of out of ideas I thought about filming like a video in my car, but it's always hard to do because I always feel like there's a chance I'm missing things. But hang out with you guys. If you guys got any questions, I'm going to try to do that. Where's my market? Sorry, Kaylee, I just saw that now. I hope you're still watching. So I'm in Southwest Florida. Naples, Florida is primarily. Sometimes I'll go up to Bonita Springs, Estero. Occasionally I'll get up to Fort Myers, but not too often. Mainly just if it's really dead in my market, or I just want to change things up because I'm bored. But I primarily hang. And if you're familiar with that area, I like to hang along 41, okay, Route 41, which is, or Highway 41, whatever it is. It's also known as the Tamiami Trail because it goes from Tampa all the way to Miami via like Fort Myers and Naples. So that's where I am. So I'm Southwest Florida. We've got lots of clouds all around. It looks like it could thunderstorm. It rained a lot this morning. Oh, you're Tupelo, so you're down south. We're not like really south down here. We're like, I don't know if you've ever heard the joke about Florida, where the further south you get, the further north you go, or further south you go, the further north you get, because we have just tons of northeastern transplants and midwestern transplants here. So it's not like the real south. It's like the fake south down here. So we get sweet tea, but we don't always get the southern hospitality. We get more of like the northern gruffness from some people. So, but yeah. So how was the weather over in Tupelo today? And are you out delivering? Are you a delivery driver? Are you out delivering? What apps do you use and different things? And I see. So do you actually have a channel? Do you actually have a YouTube channel? Because it looks like your name looks like it. So let me see if I can look you up here on my other phone with everything going up. Because I always love kind of. Let's see. Oh yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, I see your channel. So it looks like you've done some like couponing type of things. That's kind of what it looks like. Ex-husband's grandma lives in Hollywood. Okay, I've never been to Hollywood. Um, well, let's see. Publix. What do they want? Oh, that's a bad order. That's what Instacart's sending me here. Okay, in some markets maybe it's not. $11 for 22 items, 38 units, 2 miles. I'm not, and that's like a $6 tip for 2 different customers. Plus, it's a Publix I'm not close to, so that's going to be a decline because you got to remember if you're new to Instacart, just remember that your miles to the store are not included. So I'm less than a mile away from a Publix, so I could, as long as there was no restrictions, I could shop it, but it's still not worth it. That's the only order that's actually come through since we've parked, is that one Instacart. So I'm running two different headphones, one for each of my phones. So it's kind of crazy. So if I look like a robot with all these wires coming out of me, that's why. So I can talk to you, and then if I need to ever phone call a customer or DoorDash on the other line, I can do that too. So awesome. Paying off your car at the end of July. Very nice. Congratulations. So yeah, we're doing some debt burning activities here as well. We're doing some of that on this channel. And so that's anytime I hear about anybody paying off anything, I'm like super excited. I've got a lot of debt that I'm working to get paid off as well. And just trying to bring hope to people who have like things that they're trying to get paid off. Like, hey, it's okay if it's not all paid off today. Just keep making steps to bring it forward. So congratulations on that. That's super, super exciting. It is just so dead right now. So I was like, my options here were basically like come back to this parking lot and just scroll through like YouTube shorts because my brain was kind of fried. Or it's like, or I'll just go on and stream, see who's out there, see who wants to hang out and talk for a little bit. Once it gets really busy for supper, I may turn it off. I'm still kind of getting used to all of this and figuring out the best way to do all the live streaming with my limited budget and limited technology. But in situations like this where it's boring, yeah, hey, I don't have the student loan, I have the consumer debt, but it's the same thing, that burden. Don't want to have it. So I'll give my sales pitch to you and anybody else. We're actually, I recommend Upside for cash back on your gas if you're not already getting cash back on gas. So one of my channel challenges that I'm doing is I'm trying to save up $540 in cash back to pay off one of my credit cards. and doing that both through using Upside, but also through referral codes as well. So let me hold on. I can put this up here really quick. I think I can do it from my other phone. So if you're not already getting cash back on your gas and you want to join us in the challenge, it's an affiliate link, so I get a little bit when you fill up, but you also get. And so you can check it out. I got a video on how to use Upside, but let me see. Here. So all right, I gotta switch over. I have like multiple YouTube accounts and stuff, so let me do a couple things. So first of all, since you said you're going to be making some videos coming up soon, I'm gonna get subscribed to you really quick. All right, so I'll be watching for videos. And we've also been exploring like starting YouTube and working to get YouTube monetized. So we got some other stuff like that on the channel too. So that'll help you maybe get things rolling again. And then, so the other thing I want to see is, how do I do this? If I'm streaming on one, can I comment on the same stream with a different? So I'm always learning different things. I'm not sure. So here's what I'm going to do. I don't have an easy way to do this, but I'll just type it in on here if I can do that. Oh, I don't know if I can do that. I'm just going to show it. It's you can see that's my invite code there, ZKS75E, right? ZKS75E. So if you type that in to the Upside app, when you sign up, you get an extra $5 cash back on your first fill up that you do with Upside. So, and like I said, it's a referral, so it helps me out and it helps you out, and we're kind of working on helping people get out of debt. So, hey, you know what? If you've been monetized before, then that's half the battle, because now at least you've experienced it, and then you'll know kind of what you need to do that. So, you're not too far away from on the subscription side. I don't know what you're obviously have to rebuild up the watch hours, but it's good. So whenever you start posting videos, I'll be watching, because we got that subscribed up. Absolutely dead though. My goodness, just nothing. Most boring ride along ever. And just sometimes that's just what this is. And even on earn by time, I mean, just nothing. Nothing's coming through. I'm not sitting in an exact red area, My name's Craig, Kaylee. Craig, Craig. So yeah, just keep refreshing and refreshing. It's still nothing coming through. No, I'm on the wait list. So I do DoorDash, Uber Eats, Instacart, GrubHub. Those are my 4. I am on Shipt, but I've never actually taken a Shipt order because it doesn't work for me. I'm on the wait list for Spark and Amazon Flex, and I think I'm on the wait list for one of the catering delivery apps as well. So running 4 apps at one time is about all my brain can usually handle. It's just in these really slow times, you're like, oh my goodness, how is it possible that nobody has anything? especially with how hopping it was this morning. It was it was good. Didn't get out as early as I had hoped, but it was still good. And any time that I go out at like 10 or 11 and I get $100 for the lunch into the afternoon session, pretty good. And then a lot of times I just kind of know from like 3:30 to 5 is going to be pretty slow or pretty dead. Sometimes I'll set up at Costco. Oh, let's see. Okay, we got one. All right. So I'm on earn by time. This is probably a junky order, but at least we'll get to move here. So we're going to take this as Wendy's. It's right across the street. So it's just for, what is it for? A ghost pepper ranch chicken sandwich combo. That's interesting. I didn't know you can lose access to certain apps depending on locations. So I have a very low expectation for this order. Really, all all that I'm looking for like DoorDash from this time is hopefully a couple of dollar tip. Base pay will be like $4 or $5 probably for this one. It's a couple dollar tip, get done in 20 minutes, get an acceptance rate point, just kind of the basics. So if I remove this phone from the car while I am in Wendy's, it will disconnect from the internet. Um, if I turn off my car, it'll stay connected to the internet for about 5 minutes. So we're gonna try that, and hopefully I won't have to be in there too long. Hopefully it'll just be ready. It would be interesting sometime when you're like driving there to have Uber on and see if it just like cuts you off at a certain point. I'd be kind of curious if you like stayed on, would you at least be allowed to stay on during that time? So I can, but I think what I'm gonna do, I think I'm just gonna leave it running in the car, and then whoever's watching, if somebody new comes in, they're like, why are we staring at a car seat? You just have to tell them that I'll be right back. And this Wendy's is usually pretty good. I think if I went through the drive-thru, they'd probably yell at me. So I think I'm just gonna run in. We're gonna do this. This is how I did for the deliveries the other day, and I mean it's the middle of the afternoon. They can't be swamped with that many orders. So I'm gonna try it this way. I'm slowly building confidence. I'm not too worried. Okay. So are you on the new tiers program? Have you converted over to that over in Tupelo? And remember, if your shift is 4:30, usually you can get on 15 minutes early. So I always like to try to fudge that anytime I can. Just get there. So we are literally driving across the street. I'm going to spend more time waiting at that stoplight than I am actually driving. All right. So here's the plan. And I did this when I was doing deliveries the other day. I don't know how far this reaches, but you may still be able to hear me. It'll be like you're listening to a ghost. So I will be right back, and I'll check in on all the comments here in just a second when I get back. So keep an eye on my car. Make sure no one steals my phone for me. I'll be back shortly. So I'm just testing velocity responses and getting inside the building. It's okay I don't know if you can hear all of that. Somebody already picked it up. It's the second time today. So back in. Welcome back. Sorry, I know I probably lost people. Could you hear me while I was in the restaurant? Hey Joshua, how's it going? Oh, you just got a spark. Good, Kaylee. So, um, we got here now. Tell us what's happening. So we got. I want to make sure. Store has an issue. Order not found in system. No. Order already picked up. I guess I'm gonna just do the unassign order, but then I don't know. So does anyone know if I unassign the order here? I'm gonna start the car. If I get the half pay, or do I actually have to call them? I'm just gonna. I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna learn that. But so yeah, like it hasn't been an issue, but this is like twice in one day that either they didn't have the order or it was already picked up. I'm gonna click on the. I'm probably gonna get paid barely anything because I'm on earn by time anyway. Order has already been picked up. Make sure completion rate will not be affected. That's the most important thing here. Just got my completion rate up to 99%. But I don't think I get paid for that. I could have called them, but sometimes it's not worth it because it'd only be like $2 or whatever. So we got the completion rate, which or the acceptance rate point. So I don't think it's really worth moving. I'm still across the street from the fresh market, so and we're still close to Carrabba's and Outback. So I'm just gonna set up over here for a little bit. So this is the thing. There's so much. Hey, Two Evil, how's it going? Got just a boring Tuesday afternoon. Kind of waiting for supper orders to kick in here. I just had an earn by time from Wendy's, and I got there, and they said it was already picked up. So had one of those earlier today. I didn't even call DoorDash this time, but because literally it took us 5 minutes, and if I was going to get half pay for I mean, I'd be calling them for like $1.20 or something like that. Just wasn't going to be worth it to call DoorDash on that one, because then they're probably like, well, why don't you ask them to remake the order and all that. No, I didn't really want that. You're following the fail method, so you're on the run right now. No, Too Evil. That's the opposite of what we're trying to do. Yeah, that's what I did this time, Kaylee. I just did the worry-free unassign. But you can call to get reimbursement. So if it was a decent order, if I had traveled a long distance and I knew if I knew I was going to get like $5 or $6 for it, like I did earlier today, and if you just click the worry-free unassign, then you don't get paid. If you call them, they're usually going to give you half pay. But it's like half pay of like $2 is $1, and it's like it's just not even worth my frustration of being on hold with all of them. And I kind of feel like I've dealt with this with Uber. They don't even reimburse me anymore on Uber because they're like, you've hit your reimbursement limit. I'm like, it's not my fault that your app has issues. So I don't even get the $3 reimbursement on Uber anymore for an order that's already picked up or a store that's closed. They just don't even do it. And it's like, so I try to, on DoorDash and Instacart, I'm trying to use that sparingly because it is nice to get the half pay or the batch pay when it's a good order, that something goes wrong. So when it's not a good order, I just kind of leave it be. But I'm actually happy because I just get to hang out where I want to be right now, because that drop off was going to take me away from where I wanted to be. So I'm kind of happy. I got the acceptance rate still at 74, but it just pushes past one more. So I try. So yeah. So Kaylee, what is your platinum tier? Hey Josh, sorry, I think you came on before when I was in the restaurant. Someone already picked up the order, so I got skunked on my earn by time. That was supposed to get me like $5 or $6. So we're still just waiting. It's a little. My supper rushes have been starting around 5:30 recently. So we're gonna see what happens. If I get a good Instacart, I'll try to bring my phone in because I think all my grocery stores have Wi-Fi. So I'll just have to switch over to the other Wi-Fi. You might pause it for a second while I switch over. But if it's just restaurant pickup, I'm just going to leave it in the car and do that way. But as of right now, I'm not getting any orders. You're not any. I would encourage you to try to do the work, to at least give it a shot, because um, when I first started as Platinum, it wasn't anything good. But in the last week and a half, it looks like they fixed some of the stuff on the back end of their algorithm, and I've started getting large orders and catering orders. So I do a live stream from my house every night, um, and so I showed this last night, and because I am before, but you can see a catering order last night, and it turned out to be like a 22. Now I'm not saying that you can't get good orders with lower acceptance rate. I know you can, because I used to go for top dash of the final week of the month, and then I would just cherry pick the other 3 weeks of the month and then just go hard for the last week. So I'm not saying that, but the freedom to schedule and dash now anytime is super worth it in my market. So anyway, so the way I got there, and I have a series of videos, I just did earn by time for like 2 weeks. I just did 2 weeks of taking pretty much everything on earn by time. Hey, Kat and Jack, how's it going? Guess what I have with me today? I actually have coffee with me today. This is so. I know I don't always have coffee for the night streams, but and you know what? And if it's working for you, stick with it. But if you want to give it a try, that's the best way to do it. Is just take as many shifts as you can on earn by time. Don't worry about how much money you're making, and just get there. Try to hang out around 75% acceptance rate, and then you just. What I like to do is earn per offer during the main meal times. So on weekends, breakfast, lunch, and supper. On weekdays, kind of like lunch and supper. And then earn by time the rest of the time, and even sometimes earn by time during the week, during supper time on slower weeks. It's just been, other than the last hour and a half, this week has been really good for deliveries so far, and I expect it to be that way, but we're just in that lull. So if you're still active on Instacart, Kaylee, you should be able to just have them send you a new one. In fact, they just made me get a new one. Oh, yeah, if you're making that as full-time, then you're doing fine. So, hey, you know what works for your market, but if you do want to try it, like, it's certainly a way to do it. But if you're staying busy, then you're probably good. So, like I said, I haven't heard anything that leads me to believe that you don't get good orders on lower tiers or whatever. I just know some people are like bemoaning it, and they're not seeing the earnings and stuff like that. Yeah, that's good. The $2,000 week is hard. I tried doing that a couple of weeks ago. I guess now it's a couple months ago, and fell a little bit short. I think I ended up that was like pushing hard full time for the whole week. But yeah, if you're regularly doing 15 to 17, that's good shape. So absolutely good. Is anybody else out delivering today? I'm still waiting. I have 2 pending tips coming through from an Uber delivery I did right before I went live. Yeah, no, but that makes sense though. I figure if you go hard at this, $200 every weekday is good, and then $300 every weekend day. So I would say, like, not that you can't have better days, but just on average, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 200, and then if you're willing to do like full days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and 300. So whatever that is, that's 8 plus 6. That's like the 1400 or whatever. So hey, sounds like you're plenty busy. Sounds like you're plenty busy. If you got all that, you got multiple streams of income, so you're in good shape. So Joshua, are you deep into the process or just starting? I've definitely put my name out there for some different W-2 options. Trying to figure out. I've actually been trying to look at some super late night shift stuff, which if I got it, it would be unfortunate because it would probably end up having to move our live stream time. But I really like the idea of just taking like a 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. shift and something like that. Nice overnight 8-hour shift. Get the little extra bonus overnight pay and stuff. But I haven't had anything that's worked out yet. It's like I know what I'm looking for, and I want to make sure that it works. But yeah, that sounds about right. I've been rejected twice. Got another call today. I think, hey, good luck. We'll be praying for you that if it's the right fit, that that'll work for you. Hey, if you're getting to the interview process, that's pretty good. Yeah, 1400. I mean, I would tell people like our channel goal here is 25 an hour, and you're trying to maximize your opportunities to do that. But if you're just starting new and you don't know your market, you probably got to figure almost, I would say 18 an hour is probably, I bet you that's where a lot of people start, somewhere in that. Oh, you work at Ole Miss, the Rebels, right? So if you were trying to gross, let's just say on average, you're trying to average 200 a day, right? If you're a new and you can make 18 an hour, that's 78 hours. Man, that'd be tough. That'd be tough. I mean, you got to be able to. So, it all averages out here. You still have school? Yeah. Are you doing any school this summer, Josh? Dixon. Come on. You get a timeout for that. You get a timeout for that. I've learned enough doing these live streams. I'll wish random people happy birthdays and stuff like that. But I'm very skeptical of ever reading first and last names. I've watched too many Simpsons episodes with Bart calling Moe. So I'm not perfect. I'm sure at some point someone's going to get me, but I'm a child of the 80s. I grew up on The Simpsons, so. Amanda, hug and kiss. Hey, everybody, I need Amanda, hug and kiss. Yeah, I know. So that's exactly how I feel. It's like if I'm not sure what's going on, I'm just not going to say anything. Oh, my one headphone's starting to die, so I'm going to plug them in here for a little bit. But that shouldn't impact you guys. It just means. Hey, if you haven't hit that like button, we always appreciate it if you do that. I know this is the most boring ride along ever. It was so good. It was so good this, lunchtime all the way till like 2:30. It was so good. And then died for a little bit. Then I got a nice double on Uber, and I was like, okay, maybe things are picking up for supper. And I've got went live, and I got one DoorDash earned by time that was worth taking, and someone had already picked up the order. So it's that's what it is, though, I guess. But because I'm not driving, I get to hang out and talk with you guys. So, so what I normally do is like when I'm like bored like this, you know, because it's like you kind of go through. I don't know. For me, at least, I go through ebbs and flows. And it's like, okay, you're busy, and then there kind of gets to a point usually in the afternoon. It's like, okay, I'm actually ready for a breather for a few minutes, and then like I'll work on a project or whatever. So like I have, so I made a new thumbnail for my ride-alongs today, and I don't know if you saw it when you clicked on this, but I just wanted to add it to like all my old ride-alongs and stuff too. So I think I just took like an old one, and you know, made it and then uploaded it to a couple other ones. I saw one of my old ride-alongs hadn't gone live, so I added that. But I was like I was down to either I'm gonna film a video, which I've done, but I prefer not to do it in the car. I'd rather just go live in the car if I'm gonna do that. Or I was like, or I'll just go live, and so that's what I did. So how long I've been doing gigs? About a year and a half. So about a year and a half. Started with Uber Eats and then got on DoorDash pretty quick after that. And then a few months later got on Instacart. And then it took almost a whole year. I forget how many months, but it took almost a whole year to get GrubHub unlocked. And I'm still waitlisting Flex, still waitlisting Spark, and at least one of the catering apps. I probably need to double check the catering apps, because last time I checked, only one of them was available in my market, and they had a wait list. So I should probably see if the car next to me is going to run into me. And then how long on YouTube was Side Hustle? So I started, hey, you sold some stuff that you bought airsoft and you flipped it. Nice. That's awesome. That's awesome. So Kat, so this channel has existed for years, and long time ago this was the channel where I posted, because way back in the day on eBay, if you were selling things, you couldn't put video in the listing. And so I was like, well, I wanted to put video up because I had certain things I wanted to show were actually working, you know. And so if you look back to like the oldest videos on this channel, they're like some of my old eBay listings, and they're kind of nostalgic type of toys and stuff like that. So I've actually left them up because they get a handful of views every month, because people are either looking for old toys or researching, you know, that sort of stuff. So I left them up. But aside of Hustle as a YouTube channel, I started in January. So my first long form on here was my $500 in one day challenge that I did on January 1st of this year. And that was not even in a full 24 hours. If I had realized what it was going to be, I probably could have pushed through, and maybe, I mean, I would have almost certainly eclipsed 600 and maybe could have gotten 700 if I had known at the time. But that was on the old DoorDash program with the great catering offers. Right, Lisa, how's it going? I'm sitting around waiting for orders. I did the math before, but I'll catch everybody up who's in now. So I just recently took, hey, Tommy Thunder's here too. Man, all the regulars. All our regulars hanging out, checking in. We got some new people hanging out with us here today too. So this is what I've done today. I went out at 11. Oh, just got a Papa John's. Okay, so here we go. We just got a Papa John's. So we're on $14 an hour, but this is perfect. The pickup and the drop off are right where we want to be. I might switch over because it'll be after. So hang tight on some of your questions here for a second. Because we're gonna get driving here. It's an epic stuffed crust pizza and one of their cookies. We're moving. So we were sitting in the Wendy's parking lot. We had taken an earn per offer Wendy's, but it ended up that someone had already picked it up. So I'll try to catch your comments as I'm driving, but safety first and not running into things or getting pulled over first. So do a burnout. This car has like absolutely no traction on wet roads. So if I try to accelerate quickly and there's like a puddle or anything on it, I literally just end up getting stuck in one place. So our Papa John's is only like 1.5 miles down this way. All right. So Uber just sent us a Carrabba's. We're not going to take that. Can you guys still hear me? I actually think that the mic that I had you guys on is the one that's charging now. But if you can still hear me, let me know. All right. I won't have my remote mic at the moment. I'm trying to let that charge up for a little bit. Yeah, hydroplane. But it's like a burnout on water because it's like it just doesn't get traction with just the tires. Spin. Oh, you're hearing the wind. Yeah, so it's probably like a combination of like the air conditioning and the wind coming through the doors here. So, all right, we just got one of our Uber Eats hidden tips. Yeah, it was the air conditioning. So I will. I'm gonna just try to quick power charge my other headphones, because I know that'll be better for you guys. Trying to hustle for a car. Yeah, that was my grand plan when I first started doing deliveries. Like, I'll just do that, and then I just found out that every time I got close to saving up, then there were car repairs in the in-between. But that's okay, we're still making progress. We got bigger goals at play here too, so I understand that. I can take this little back road and get in, but they're all blocking it off. So we're still, I had a double Uber right before I went live, so we're still kind of waiting for both of those tips to come through. Well, one of them came through, and the second one hasn't come through yet, but we were, oh, now I got a truck blocking. I got to turn where that truck is, if you guys can see that. I'm not sure what his plan is. I'm not sure what my plan is here. All right, which way is he going? Yes, Tommy. I have no idea which way are you going? Can you make that turn? I'm just trying to pick up my pizzas here, Mr. Truck. Oh, he doesn't want me to go there. Always something interesting, right? Always something interesting. We're not the only ones trying to get through. He's blocking off a ton of people here. Is he trying to back in there? I have no idea what he's doing. I think he's trying to back in. I don't know if everybody else. I thought this was going to be the shortcut. I feel like this guy maybe doesn't know how to quite handle his truck. Hey, we're on earn by time, right? We're on earn by time, so. He's letting me through finally. Ugh. All right. Always something, right? Always something. Mark ourselves as arrived. This Papa John's shares a parking lot with an Enterprise rent-a-car. Hey, see you later, Josh. Thanks for hanging out for us a little bit. So I know it's not super focused, but like all the Enterprise cars always end up parking in all the Papa John's spots. So I think by now this is probably done. Yeah, he looked very unsure of himself. Like, I understand being a trucker is a hard job, but all right. So I'm gonna lock you all in the car. Don't let anyone steal you while I'm in there. I will be right back. You probably won't be able to hear me this time, but once I get my other mic charged up just a little bit more, I'll do that. But I'll be right back with you guys. All right, we're back. We're back. Sorry if I bored all of you. Probably everybody left. But here we go. We're back. We're gonna go deliver this pizza. For those of you who hung out and stayed, I appreciate it. Let's see, what chat did I miss? Anything? You guys not talking about me while I'm gone. All right, no, you're all good. So we are, we're on the road here. And so I already hit pause orders after delivery because I think we're gonna be at, I'm gonna take a picture of my pizza bag here in a second. Hold on. I'm trying to do too many things at once. There's someone returning their rental car anyway, so we got that. You verified I have a pizza bag. Awesome. It's the same picture I send every single time. So here we go. Gotta navigate all of the random people in the parking lot. Are you disconnecting? Don't disconnect. It's ornery on me. I'm in my early 40s. Early 40s. I like to think I would still call that early 40s. Let's see, so we're gonna try to get out here. Oh, that's not gonna work. Hold on. Earn by time. It's okay to make U-turns when you're on earn by time. It's kind of a, like there's a back way out of here, but it's kind of confusing. And it's still gonna be kind of tough to, I may go all the way. It was really good lunch into early afternoon, and then it just died off. And on everything, like everything was good. Instacart was good. You turn 30 soon. enjoy those 20s as long as you can hang on to them. Because one day you'll wake up and all of your body parts will hurt. I'm trying to get out of here a different way than I normally take. I'm wondering if I can get out, because I got to make a left across that 41, which is kind of that. It gets pretty busy this time of day. So I'm guessing we're delivering right on 41. It doesn't say it's a business, or it looks like it's either going to like a business or a hotel. So we'll see. Figure out where we're going here. Yeah. What's the thing? You know, you're getting old when everything hurts and what doesn't hurt doesn't work. This doesn't bring me to a light, but it's far enough away from a light that maybe I can get across here. Like I said, this is one of the perks of being on earn by time, though, even if you get held up with things. Like truck drivers not knowing how to control their truck, then you're still getting paid a little bit for it. Oh yeah, let's see. Okay, so we're gonna go here. We've got like 2 miles to go. And then, I mean, I still have everything running. So I rarely turn off Uber Eats, Instacart, and GrubHub because none of those really matter to me in terms of acceptance rate. The only one that I'll ever turn off while I'm on a delivery is DoorDash, because I don't want to have to reject orders. So I'll either pause it or turn it off altogether. So I have everything running in case something else pops up here along the way. But I have pause after deliveries on DoorDash because we are on earn by time. And 5:15 is close enough to aim for earn per offer. Now I don't necessarily turn off Instacart, but I raise my standard for Instacart come supper time. Hey, I appreciate it. It's a youthful glow. Have a youthful glow. It's probably just the It's not even sunny and you can still see it reflects off my head. Got a few sprinkles going on out here. It rained this morning, but then it's just been kind of cloudy, overcast all day, which I love because then I don't have to. Ooh, we're unearned by time, so I'll take the red light. There's a guy. I'm at the stop line. That guy's like in the middle of the intersection. And another car pulled up to him and they're like in the middle of the intersection. This is like, okay, I'm at the stop line. Can you guys see this? Like, I'm at the stop line. there's two cars. This is like so Florida. This is just like, and then like they're just like talking to each other because now they're like best friends. Because like, hey, you pulled over the stop line. I pulled over the stop line too. What are you doing? I don't know. I drive a BMW, so I can go where I am. Hey, guess what? I drive a BMW too, so I can park wherever I want, even if it's in the middle of an intersection. We have like the most entitled drivers. Then we got other cars rip-roaring by. Earn by time works in my slower afternoon time slots and late night time slots because they know that I'm not going to take the junky orders in the middle of the afternoon, so I think they just send them more to earn by time, so sometimes just to stay busy. I've been hoping that I was going to get, I don't know if you guys heard, DoorDash is doing like a new type of offer, like validating holiday hours and stuff. It's supposed to be like guaranteed $5 to go to a store and validate whatever their holiday hours are going to be for 4th of July, or going to like retail stores and checking stock on items and stuff like that. So I was hoping to get one today, but I haven't seen any of that yet. Maybe for supper time we'll see if we can get lucky and get one of those. So I'd love to try one of those orders out. Let's see. Oh, guess what? We got another light that I'll milk my earn by time here. See if anybody pulls up way into the intersection here. So, but we'll see. And for the record, this whole time that I'm doing this, like a lot of times people say like, well, what about this or that? Like, nothing's going on Instacart, GrubHub. I don't think GrubHub sent me anything for like 5 hours. So it's like, I don't even, GrubHub is on, but I don't even worry about it. And if it sends me something really good, then I take it, or something that relocates me or something, I'll take it. But otherwise, Instacart's been super slow here for the last couple hours. So still don't know if I'm going to a hotel or a business here, but my turn's right up ahead. Alright, make this U-turn. We got a steady stream of traffic that we got to cross here. I guess it looks like a little, maybe like a little hotel or something like that. On Spark, do you get to see the tip up front? I think that's one of my issues with Shipt. I have multiple issues with Shipt, but I don't like that you don't get to see the tips up front. Alright, sorry, bumpy here. I still don't really know where I'm going. I've never been. You guys have this? Like, I've been delivering in my area for so long. This is like a little area that I have never been into in all of my deliveries. It's actually a mobile home park that's right off of downtown. I didn't even know this place existed. So, oh, I want to go that. I can't go that way though. You want me to turn that way. You just want me to get into an accident, don't you, Waze? I like Waze, but sometimes it's not the best navigation. Is it right here? What am I looking for? See? It says there, but I'm not. I have no idea where I'm going in here. I'm glad I'm on Earn by Time. This is so crazy. Like, this is like right in the heart of my downtown. I've never been in here before. But I'm seeing the numbers here, and they keep going up, so we're gonna just roll with that. Sorry, lots of speed bumps. I love exploring my town. I think this gig delivery stuff is so much better if you love your town. And then you top it off if you love the people in your town. It just makes everything better. All right, so that's my delivery spot, but I don't even know where to. I guess I just kind of have to park off to the side. Excuse me, sir. Is it okay if I just park here for a second for a quick delivery?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I've never been in here. I don't want to block anybody off. Okay, sounds good. Thank you so much. All right, we're just trying to get out. It's like a single one-lane, one-way road. Like, I don't want to block anybody off. I just want to deliver the pizza. All right, so while I go deliver, I want you to take bets on no tip or how much of a tip. And I'll show you live here. And so hang tight 1 second. Let's go. Take bets. Make your comments down below. How much of a tip do you think is going to be on this? Earn by Time, stuffed crust pizza, and a cookie from Papa John's. All right, I'll give you one more piece of information if you want it here. One more piece of information. The order was made through Papa John's, not through DoorDash. I don't know if that will change your guesses. Let's see if anybody have any guess. $3 tip. So normally I was gonna say 2, but then it went through Papa John's, but I don't know if they have drivers or not. I'm gonna go high. I'm gonna say 5. I'm gonna say there's a $5 tip on this. That's just a guess. All right, so here we go. Don't want to show too much here, but complete delivery, confirm. Bingo, $5 tip. He's a friendly guy too. I know you guys didn't get that information. So, a little delivery in the middle of the afternoon, at least get $10 for it. And I got to hang out with you guys in the midst of all of that, so that was pretty good. We're gonna end our dash here, switch to earn per offer. See if we are ready to see if we're ready to get some real supper orders. See if if we can have a good a supper as yesterday. All right. So back to everything on. Yeah, we get some high mileage Instacarts, especially from our Costco. Hey, Dash and Trader, how's it going? So there you go. So a $5 delivery on a Papa John's pizza order in the afternoon. Super friendly guy. Got to visit a neighborhood I've never been in before, and we are right back downtown. So I am exactly where I want to be. I just gotta figure out how to get out of here, because I don't know how to get out of here. Looks like I should go that way, but not quite. All right, I'm exactly where I want to be for supper time orders. I'll let you guys vote. I don't no way to put a poll, so just comment. We can go. So I'll give you 3 options. We can go to either our Carrabba's Outback Zone, or we can go to our downtown fancy restaurants zone, or we can kind of go in between to a little local taco place that I love called Turco Taco. So you guys, whatever, I don't know, first comment I see, or you know, something along those lines. Where do you want to go? You want to go hang out at Carrabba's? Do you want to hang out at Turco Taco, or you want to go to our like ritzy downtown restaurants? You got to let me know quick here, because I got to get turned around one way or the other. So I guess I'll just go with the first one I see of those 3 options: Carrabba's, Turco Taco, or fancy restaurants. You guys tell me. You determine my course in life. What orders I get. Or if not, I'm just gonna default. We're closest to Carrabba's, I think. So that's probably where I'm going. But if I see something else, you wanna go visit somewhere else, let me know. Any of those 3 could be good places. I think I saw it Carrabba's. We're gonna. Carrabba's is right over by the Wendy's that we tried. All right, we're gonna go to Carrabba's. We're almost there. We'll set up in like the back part of their parking lot. That's also near the fresh market that we're at. Yeah, well, and then this is like using the old form of the app. So who's talking about high orders on Instacart? Look at that, high mileage. $26 Costco going 29 miles. Ridiculous. $5 tip. $5 tip. You want your order in a timely manner to go 30 miles and you're gonna tip $5? Doesn't make me upset, because I'm not gonna take that order, but some people have some unrealistic expectations. 30 items too. So what does that work out to? 18 cents an item. That's what they want to pay you. They want to pay you 18 cents for every item you pick up. I think I'm mathing that correctly. Oh yeah, I've seen a couple crazy ones. And I'm nowhere near Costco, by the way. That's how bad that order is. I mean, people here take anything. People take horrible Instacart orders. And even they won't touch that one. All right, we're pulling into the Carrabba's parking lot. So this is still close to Fresh Market. We're really just across the street. We're still near that Wendy's, McDonald's, Starbucks that we were before. There's an Outback, and actually we have, I was actually sitting at Carrabba's yesterday when I got my large order from California Pizza Kitchen, which is like a mile to the north. So this is a very normal place that I like to hang out, because it's kind of right in the center of a lot of things. It's also really close to that Papa John's that we went to. So now it's just kind of a race to see who can motivate me to move. Okay, so I think I have I gotta get caught up on chat here too. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Dash and Trader, I don't know if I actually have subscribed to you, so let me check that out. And Rideshare Lisa, do you do videos on YouTube too? I'm trying to make sure I'm staying up with all you guys and you got 2 DoorDash orders along the way. So are you doing some like dirty double stack stuff? All right. I'm just trying to see. Okay, let's go. Dash and Trader. Hey, all right. No, but I subscribe to you, Dash and Trader. So thanks so much for hanging out with us today, man. You got a nice following. Congrats on putting the work in on YouTube. I will get caught up on watching some of your videos a little bit later. DoorDash a Cracker Barrel. My Cracker Barrel is so far. Oh, GrubHub. What is GrubHub sending me? Yeah, sorry, GrubHub. So this is what GrubHub's sending me. $10 for 10 miles. The drop-off location isn't great. So we're going to pass on that. But I appreciate you for at least showing up and trying something today, GrubHub. So congrats on that. All right, so the pending tip that I had, let's see if everything came through the way it was supposed to. On that, yeah, everything came through. That was a Fresh Market and Outback double that I had right before I went live. So it's like $18 for 7 miles. Took me about 45 minutes, 3 in the afternoon. Good. Well, I'm glad to see you guys are getting some orders. So pass that mojo over here. 5:30. 5:30 is generally when my suppers have been kicking in recently. So that's I'm hoping. And yesterday was good. Like from 5 o'clock on, it was 5 to 9. It was just like straight. It was 4 hours of really, really good deliveries. So I'm gonna end this. Gotta get home by 9 because got my normal live stream tonight. So, by the way, for those of you who are new, we do Sunday through Thursday nights at 10 p.m. We do a live stream, not a ride along, just a normal live stream. And so we're talking about how to overcome failure. I wonder if I have another Dashers just like parking next to me. They're closer to the restaurant than me. They're in the zone. Usually only the Dashers park back here. But yeah, so we're going to be going live tonight. We're going to be talking about the process of how do you deal with when you make mistakes. And so we talked about an overall process, and last night we talked about fessing up. Tonight we're going to talk about analyzing and figuring out the cause behind the failure, and then we're going to just talk about the halts triggers: hungry, angry, lonely, tired, sick, things that can kind of cause us to mess up. So my Cracker Barrel is good, but it's just so far away from anything else that I usually only ever get it if I get a delivery out that way. So wake up, wake up. So, but thank you all for hanging out with me today. Appreciate it so much. I appreciate your time and hearing your story. So hopefully, if you're nearing supper time like me, your orders will start coming in here too. If it gets a little too chaotic, I'll probably cut it off at some point. But the way this supper time is starting, I'm not too worried about that at the moment. Man, just nothing. Nothing. Wake up. I got Cheez-Its. It's my snack of the day. And then I have a couple of my homemade Chick-fil-A sandwiches in the cooler in the back. I'm a little low on water because when I was doing a delivery at lunchtime, a homeless lady came up and asked if I had any water, and I was like, yeah, here you go. I was like, I think this one's sealed. She said it was. I was like, okay. So I just have a little blue Gatorade, got like a half a bottle of water, but it's not super hot today, so I knew she needed it more than I did. And but I just haven't even really been in too many restaurants recently to get some extra ice and water. This is, sorry, I apologize that this is so boring. But here's the other thing, right? And this is the other thing I've learned, which is kind of the whole opportunity cost of doing delivery, is some people would be really tempted in this position to take like the first offer because like I don't want to just sit here and do nothing. Um, but the reality is a good order can literally be right around the corner. So I think there's, you know, we'll try this Carrabba's out for a few minutes. If there's nothing here, then we'll go drive somewhere else and see if there's something else popping, somewhere else. And like a $25 large order or catering order comes through, that covers you for an entire hour. And so um, sometimes, it's always a little struggle when you decide to move on versus stay in a particular spot. But it's like, there's nothing wrong with this spot. This is the spot that I hang out in lots of nights. It's just a Tuesday night. And it's also the Tuesday night of a holiday week, so maybe that means you get more lunch orders on a week like today or a day like today during a holiday week, and supper orders, people are just maybe doing early cookouts and grill outs, and they're just spending time with family and friends and stuff. So it's certainly what makes the gig delivery world difficult to be a sole primary stream of income, because you can't force these apps to send things to you. You just can't do it. So, last night I started right at 5 o'clock, didn't deliver at all day. Start right at 5 o'clock, nonstop, 4 hours straight, $104 in 4 hours, $26 an hour. Tonight, I mean, we just did the one pizza delivery, so we're like $10. But, it's 5:30, so if I can still get, all I need is one $15 delivery in the next 20 minutes, and I'm still at 25 an hour. And so I understand there's lots of different ways that you can accomplish the goal, but like I say, my preference is to do two. If you're going to tell me you can guarantee me 25 an hour, of course I prefer one $25 order every hour. But realistically, from what I say, I'm just looking for two $12 to $15 orders every hour, and so, or really even two $10 to $15 orders. And so you don't have to have a ton of offers if you can just time it and get the right ones and be patient and all of those things. So it's just when you're doing a live stream to try to entertain people with, hey, look at my deliveries, and then no deliveries come, and you're like, oh my goodness. So there's a couple other things I'll do. So that's stuff I haven't done. So I'm hopping on my eBay app right now. I have a couple of items that people are interested in, so I can send offers. And like I said earlier, one of the things that I did was make some new thumbnails. And so a portion of all this too is just having other things that you can do in the midst of what you're trying to do. So it can be things like, if you got the YouTube channel, you can use a break like this to reply to your YouTube commenters, if there's anybody. So I'm seeing, so there's Tommy Thunder commented on one of them. So make a reply back and help feed the algorithm and do other things. Other stuff I would do if I was just sitting is like take a little time to think of any other details for my notes that I want to talk about tonight. So the the cool part about food delivery is that when there are breaks, if you've set yourself up, there are other ways that you can keep busy. And there may be not the most entertaining things on a live stream because you're all here to see what orders we get and that sort of stuff. But the practical side of this is just what it is. And so it's fun to make a fun ride along video and everything, but this is the reality of the uncut version, which is you might see 20 deliveries in a 24-hour thing or 20 deliveries in a 16-hour day. But when you really think about it, that's still a lot of sitting and waiting or a lot of drive time and fill-in time. So we want to have fun when we make those videos, but I never want to give an unrealistic expectation to new drivers because that's just how it is. All right, so here it's 5:30. I'm going to give 6 more minutes. I think about 15 minutes at one spot is about the max I like to spend. So we'll give about 6 more minutes, and then we'll start driving. And then when we leave the Carrabba's parking lot, then we'll probably get a Carrabba's because that's how it usually works. Especially when you're leaving a parking lot where it's not easy to get back into because I have to turn right, and then I have to U-turn, and then I have to U-turn to get back around in it. So I'm not superstitious, I'm just a little stitious. It just feels that way. I don't know, maybe is that just me or is that you guys too? Like as soon as you leave the parking lot that you've been sitting in, like as soon as you leave, then they send you the order. So it says the busy place is kind of down by our mall, which is hit or miss. So our mall has Cheesecake Factory, it has a really nice Mexican place, and then it has a really nice pizza place. But it's also in the same range as the cheapest Chipotle customers I've ever seen, as well as a bunch of mall food, with kind of appropriate mall tippers. So a bunch of like, what's in there? Oh, like Chinese food places, Chick-fil-A, Popeyes, and stuff like that. So it's like, it's hit or miss. Sometimes I get great orders from the great restaurants, and sometimes I just get spammed with never-ending $2 to $4 Chipotle offers. Hey, Duck. Welcome back. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. So it's supper time, and there's no orders coming in on any app, but I'm just sitting at a Carrabba's parking lot right now. We did a Papa John's delivery on Earn by Time, and had a $5 tip on it, so that was good, but it's been pretty slow second half of the afternoon, so we're just waiting for something to kick in on one of these apps. So we're running DoorDash, Uber Eats, Instacart, GrubHub. By the way, nobody has taken that Costco order yet. It's still sitting there. One shop and deliver, 29 items, 30 units, 29.7 miles with a $5 tip. And I mean, that is so far out there. So if it's 30 miles, it's crazy. Oh, I almost accidentally just hit accept. That would have been really bad. I would have canceled. I finally have my my completion rate or my cancellation rate on Instacart is down to 1%. So I'm very, very excited about that. And my acceptance rate my completion rate on DoorDash is now up to 99% as well. Alright, I'm ending my DoorDash dash. I'm closing the app. I'm rebooting the app. Yeah, and normally, like, people here take all sorts of crazy stuff, but that one's really rough because that you drive that 30 miles, there is the last 20 miles of that 30, there's nothing. It's literally swampland. So I think even even some of our drivers out there. All right, we're gonna wait 2 more minutes and then we're gonna drive to another area of town. So we're gonna head south. So I'm down in Naples, for those of you, Naples, Florida. It's getting red. Not that I trust it that much, but you guys can kind of see where I am, the blue dot, and if you head south, so that's like the mall all the way down to our ritzy ones. Fresh market, $9. It's only 4 items, but that's gonna take us, I think it's going, yeah, I'm gonna pass on that. As an Instacart. I would, if that was the middle of the afternoon, I would have taken that fresh market. But I'm looking for something bigger than that. Yeah, it's saying Cheesecake Factory's hopping. Usually all that means is that there's bad orders that nobody wants to take. But I'm getting tired of sitting here. So, one more minute. Come on, Carrabba's. Come on, Outback, Uber Eats, DoorDash, GrubHub. Somebody show up. I wish I could travel more. We just have so much debt that we're trying to work through as a family. We're super limited with what we can do. We used to travel all the time. So used to do some road trips to Texas, and then I got family up in the Northeast, up in Pennsylvania, and I used to live in New Jersey, so we used to kind of head up that way. And then I've got family up in Wisconsin and Minnesota. We used to travel up that way, but we've just been kind of stuck here because we just got to work, and so made some poor decisions that got me into debt. So now I'm trying to make good decisions to get me out of debt. But if I had my way, I would be traveling a lot more. So yeah, so I do, that's probably one of the first areas that I want to do, is just like start, if I get a little flexibility in the budget where we can just go travel somewhere for a weekend and then go DoorDash, deliver, in an area. I can't do everything. Like I can't do GrubHub, I think, out of the zone. But I think everything else, I think you can just turn on most places. And then also do some sourcing for like Amazon and eBay, do thrift stores and Walmart clearance and stuff like that. And just kind of make a good family trip of that. Yeah, I got 3 kids, 6, 8, and 10. 6, 8, and 10. So yeah, we're working on doing it. All right, it's 5:46, so we waited our minute. The person who was sitting next to us is leaving too. I don't know if they were a dasher or not, but I'm just figuring maybe they got fed up with sitting here too, because I don't think they ever got out. Oh, $17 for 39 items from Publix to shop and deliver. That's an easy no here. Especially during supper time. Not like I'm getting good supper orders, but especially during supper time. All right, let's go. Let's move. Let's see what we can find here. Farewell, Carrabba's. Well, it looks like we're not going anywhere because of traffic for a minute or two anyway. We're gonna, unless I get called somewhere else, we're gonna make a U-turn and start heading south, kind of towards our higher end, ritzier restaurants. Got a lot of traffic. Everybody's rushing to a red light. They're all excited to sit and wait at a red light. I can get out here at least. Alright, sorry. My mount is my mount is super not good. It swivels a lot when it's not supposed to. All right, we got halfway across the road. So we did half of a U-turn. It's like a J. Now we're going to complete the other half here. So I'm just a big fan of not sitting anywhere for too long. I think if you sit anywhere for too long, it kind of just tells the algorithm that you're not moving. Hey, you're on your way to Walmart. Sounds good. All right, I'm gonna let you guys vote again. I'll give you three options that are all to our south. And of course, we might get something in between. But option 1, I'll give you the order that I'll come to. And the first option I'm coming to is like our mall area. So that's high risk, high reward, but also lots of junky orders there. So it's like Cheesecake Factory and Aurelio's Pizza and another really nice Mexican place, but it's also Chipotle and mall food and Popeyes and stuff like that. So that's option 1. Option 2 is our local Turco Taco joint. It's an old converted Dairy Queen building. Or option 3 is our really ritzy restaurants downtown. So those are the 3 options. They're all headed this direction. They're all spaced about 2 to 3 miles apart from each other. So you let me know where you want to try next. See if we can change up the luck here and get some good deliveries. Option 3, we'll go to the ritzy restaurants. All right, I like it. So, and we're going to pass by all the other places, so if any of them have something really good waiting for us, we'll catch it along the way. So, we have an area, it's called 5th Avenue South, and we have a lot of these restaurants. These restaurants do really well in season for delivery, so this is where the multimillionaires like to eat. And I mean, yes, we have multiple multimillionaires. We have hundreds of multimillionaires that live in this town, but a lot of them only live here seasonally. So, but there's lots of really fine dining Italian down there, and lots of sushi, surf and turf, fancy steak restaurants. I mean, all these restaurants, the average plate is probably 40 to 50 per person. So, but a lot of times there's more drivers hanging out down there than there are orders. So this time of year it's a little more hit or miss. I spend a lot more time down there, November through February or March. But like I said, I'm not a fan of just sitting still. I'm just a believer that it's better to move. And if there's no good orders for 15 minutes, then you just got a better chance of finding a good order somewhere else. So that's why I like moving. All right, so we're getting close to the mall area. So I feel like the odds are pretty good we're gonna get hit with some orders here. It's just whether or not they'll be good. We're not gonna park anywhere. We're just gonna keep going unless we get a good order. It's not bad to come down here, like earn by time on lunchtime. You can pretty much get non-stop orders. They're not always great, they're not always good tippers, but at least you can stay busy. There's also a Publix here. Once we get to the way downtown, there's really no grocery or anything there, but this is the last Publix that we have. So, and I mean, it's a Publix that there are some really good customers that come out of here. So I'll keep Instacart open on top. Spark order's not ready. Yeah, so what's more frustrating? Is it more frustrating to get a decent order but then have to sit and wait for it because it's not ready? Or is it more frustrating to just have nothing? They're both frustrating. I think I'd rather have a good order and have to wait for it, because at least I know eventually I'm going to get paid, versus no orders where big bump, sorry. Versus no orders where you know you're not making anything. All right. Well, we're in a DoorDash red zone. I think it's just kind of a case of the Tuesdays, honestly. That's just my diagnosis. Just a case of the Tuesdays. Yeah, it depends. Whatever is happening to me is the most frustrating thing, right? So on Walmart Spark, you can get ones where you shop, so it's like essentially like Instacart then. I've had a couple of really good Walmart deliveries on Uber Eats, but I haven't seen one of those for a while. All right, we are almost. I can see in the distance, I can see our local Turco Taco joint. We still have not had any offers. This is like crazy. Crazy. Maybe everyone's waiting until 6 o'clock to order tonight. I don't know. Don't know what the story is. Yeah, and I mean, so much of everything, all of it is market dependent, right? You just gotta figure out, hey, what works for me, what works in my market. I'm constantly changing things up because I get bored. You know, for a while, I went to Costco drop every single day, and then I would go to Costco in the afternoon. But it's like, I got sick and tired of sitting at Costco for an hour to wait for a good order to come through. And even a good order might only be $25. So I might get a $25 good order, but I waited 2 hours to get it and then deliver it. And it turned out to just be easier to sometimes just go and make DoorDash earn by time. I can make, 40 or 50 in those 2 hours, and at least I'm doing something. So, and like I said, our market's super seasonal. It's like, in the summer, summertime, you're just in survival mode. Like, you're just trying to scratch out what you need to scratch out. You have good days, but you can't be as picky. All right, we are almost. We're coming to our downtown zone. I don't know how much you're gonna be able to see, but you can see kind of some of the nicer buildings and stuff. So I actually go park behind. So there's not a lot of parking on the main Fifth Avenue. Lots of nice cars. You'll see all sorts of Lamborghinis and Porsches and Maseratis, and so I like to find a quiet spot back here. It's not always a good parking spot. You can park by the dumpsters. So this is a good trick if you've got some restaurants and it's hard to find parking on the street. A lot of them have back alley access. And let's see, this one doesn't say it's restricted parking, so we're kind of by a whole bunch. We'll turn back around. So we're gonna park back here. So we're in the back alley, so it looks super sketch, but it's really not. It's just, there's actually a parking garage behind us, but we're able to stay pretty mobile here. Hey, and guess what? All right, here we go. Didn't take long. $6 plus from one of our restaurants here, La Trattoria. $6 plus, only 0.7 miles. Of course, that's an easy accept. If you don't know, take every plus order. It is 3 pizzas from a high-end Italian place. I'm actually gonna move out of where we just parked. There you go, Rideshare Lisa. Thank you for helping me make a few dollars tonight. Appreciate it so much. It's like, you know, the orders are out there, right? It's not like everyone decided to not order food in one day. All right, so we're actually going to... I don't think there's a place to park directly behind the restaurant. So we're gonna park by a dumpster. You guys wanna watch a dumpster while I go in really quick? There. Everyone's gonna like tune into the stream like, why are we watching a dumpster? Well, you can tell me if people are like staring and trying to steal my car, okay? Probably not here. This is probably the worst car anywhere around here. All right, I will be back shortly. You guys talk amongst yourselves. Don't get kidnapped while I'm picking up my pizzas here really quick. I'll be right back. All right, we are back. We got our 3 pizzas. So we're back. We're rolling. Let me get this camera turned around. Some of you are still here. So that's awesome. Our drop off is, yeah, drive time. It says, yeah, they were ready. It was really nice. And I've noticed slowly but surely, it seems like DoorDash Platinum is getting back to what Top Dasher used to be, which is, so like, think about it. I just got here. So how was that ready? Like, I feel like they were kind of reserving this order for a Platinum Dasher, because there's no way a $6 plus for 1 mile would be rejected by anybody. So, so why was it there and ready for me? And it's a restaurant that sometimes I have to wait at, unless they were just waiting for a Platinum Dasher to get in zone and then be handed it. So this is why I have some hopes that DoorDash is getting fixed. Again, I'm not 100% convinced, and I kind of think it might be you know, kind of like a market by market thing, because some places were like getting the large order stuff like right away, as soon as some guy almost just ran over a couple people in the crosswalk. Always interesting stuff. But anyway, in my market over the last, I want to say, week and a half, it seems like it's getting better. So I'm only ever cautiously optimistic. I'm never optimistic. But I mean, that was crazy to me. I mean, like you saw, like we barely even got parked, and within, I would say it was probably less than a minute. Probably less than a minute it took us to get an order, and it was a $6 plus, and it was a platinum order, and we didn't have to wait for it. I mean, it's like at this point, like, it doesn't even matter what the tip is, right? Like it just doesn't. It's $6 plus, but even if it's only, I mean, this could easily be a $7 order. It could be $2 base pay plus a $5 tip. That's very reasonable. Now it is a higher end restaurant. It's going to a higher end hotel, so I'm definitely hopeful that it could be more. But even if it's not, like that's fine. I'll do $7 for 1 mile and no wait. You get 3 of those in an hour. It's going to get me close to my goal. And the other great part is like I'm right by the downtown, so I can just head right back to where I was. Nothing else, no other offers on anything else while we've been delivering this. I don't turn anything else off. So while I'm on a DoorDash order, I leave everything on unless I know, I'm either late or behind, and I know for sure I wouldn't pick anything else up. But I mean, I'm literally making the left turn to the hotel already. So just got to figure out. All right, and I just have to deliver this to the front desk, which is great because that means it just says, I'll have to read it to you, front desk, I will be nearby. I love customer instructions. So hopefully this is a nice hotel. I can just drive up. They'll be there. Again, I'm just spending more time waiting at the red light to turn than I am. Here we go. There's our green light. We are already at the hotel. So you can imagine, too, if you can get a handful of these and stack them, you can see how, when this works, it's really easy to get 3 of these $10 orders in an hour if that's what this ends up being. And go. All right, once again, I'll be back shortly. All right, we're back. I'm gonna show you the customer information. We'll hit the complete here. Get the car started. Confirm. Oh yeah, we love that. $16 order. Very, very nice. He was from Romania, and I guess he said that this pizza place is also in Romania, so they were familiar with him. So I didn't know anything about that. So just like I'm a fan of if not working, move, I'm also a fan of if things are working, go back. So we are gonna just head the same direction, head back to the same general parking area that we were at, because why mess with success, right? If they had an order waiting for me there, then what if they have another order waiting for me? There was another order in that same restaurant that was just sitting there. Now, it could have already been assigned to someone, but I'm just a big fan of, like, if something's not working, change it up. But if something is working with these delivery apps, just keep going back till it's not working, and then you can change it up again. So we're gonna work our way right back. I mean, like I said, we're only a mile away. That whole delivery, 90% of that delivery was either waiting at stoplights or waiting to meet the customer. The order was ready, the drive was short. It was a quick delivery, but it still took probably 5 or 6 minutes longer than it had to have taken. And so that's the pro and the con. But I mean, I'm certainly not going to complain about a $16 delivery that we got done in, I don't know what the timing was, 15 minutes max, right? Give me 4 of those every hour. Yeah, let's go back to the dumpsters. It's like dumpster diving, DoorDash style. So, and I think that, like, that's just a thing to do, is like, just make a game of this stuff. Like, if you just think of yourself as like, okay, I'm just playing a video game, and if you figure out the cheat code that's working on the video game today, just keep playing the cheat code till it doesn't work anymore. And you don't sit here for 15 minutes not getting anything. Well, that's fine. We can move on to something else. But it's like, while we're here, let's try to take as many good orders out of here as we possibly can. Spark's ready. Way to go, Kaylee. Finally, right? Finally. They got Spark ready. All right, we got a green arrow, so we're good. We got to kind of do like a little, not quite a U-turn, but to get into the back alley from this direction, we've got to go slightly differently. All right, I'm a Platinum Dasher, DoorDash. I'm ready. It's time for you to send me something good. I have high expectations. High expectations. Also, Uber, if you'd like to actually try to send me an order today, that would be kind of fun. We're not, like I said, we're not really near a grocery store, so there's like a couple of pharmacies nearby, but I would not be expecting any good Instacart stuff down here. That's another reason why I don't do a ton of the downtown during the day, is because and it's also one of the reasons why I haven't liked doing Costco during the day, because by our Costco, there's just not many good restaurants. And by some of our best restaurants, there's not any good Instacart. All right, so we're gonna go park in our back alley. Let's go same spot. We'll go dumpster spot. Dumpster for good luck. Yeah, and just on the other side of these buildings, there are, I want to say, there's probably, there we go, there's our dumpster, we're back. All right, magic dumpster. Magic dumpster. Give us something good. All right. I'm always going to think of this as the magic dumpster now. Big Javi, thank you. Beard game is strong here for sure. So, I mean, technically it took us a little bit more than an hour for those two, but we had a 10 and a 16 that we got done in just over an hour. So it's like, even though that was horribly slow, that's not a bad hour. And so steady, you know, and I've dealt, this has been a large part of my personal development is I used to be so up and down. I got a good order and I would think I was so awesome, and then you didn't get an order for like 20 minutes and I'd get so upset. And it's like, no, it's like this has all been part of my emotional stabilization and realizing like, look, there is so much of this that is out of my control. I'm just going to control what I can. And I'm going to, from a faith perspective, I'm going to let God take care of things. And from a practical perspective, I'm just going to do that. Yeah, one man's trash is another man's treasure. Hey, if our magic dumpster keeps sending me good orders, I'll hang out here all the time. Let's go, magic dumpster. And then you can realize too that just the sheer numbers of this is you don't need to have constant, nonstop good orders. You just need 2 an hour on average. And if you can figure out how to extract those 2 good orders an hour on average, it's just a great way to keep your numbers where you want them to be. Ideally keep your mileage low too, right? I mean, I'll up $16 for 1 mile, 2 miles round trip. And so we're just trying to maximize all these things. And I think a lot of times people make this really complicated and different things, but I don't think it has to be. I think there is work. You've got to research your market. You got to learn seasonality. You got to learn which restaurants are best and different things. Yeah. Yes, the DoorDash gods ultimately is the god, but and what says we're still in a red zone from all the way from here all the way to Cheesecake Factory. So literally, you have a few minute wait on your pizza order. All right. Well, hopefully it won't be. Hopefully it will actually be a few minutes and not the restaurant. It'll be ready in 5 minutes, and then like 20 minutes later, you're ready to order a pizza for yourself because you're so hungry waiting. Look at my, I just want to show you my Uber Eats map. It is there's so nothing on it. There is just like so nothing. So I'm here. That's like what, 15 miles to my south and 15 miles to my north are the nearest hotspots according to Uber. Hey Crow, welcome. So we just did 5 minutes is the new 30 minutes. So we just did a quick little $16 2-mile order, platinum order from DoorDash. And we got it when we were hanging out near this magic dumpster. So as soon as I dropped off, I just went right back to the magic dumpster. So we're waiting for the magic dumpster to bestow upon us another order. One of these days, one of the studies I actually want to do is I want to look over all my orders by day of the week and see if, like, do people actually order tacos more on Tuesday? Oh yeah, a Trip Radar. Yes, I love those Trip Radars. Every time there's a good Trip Radar, I don't get it. There's been a couple of times I've gotten good ones, but then it's like, then the bad Trip Radar is like, obviously I don't even try for. I got a nice, one of my ride-alongs, I think I got like a $40 Fresh Market Trip Radar. And it was just, I happened to be driving by It was like 5 minutes before the store closed, so I'm sure they were just trying to get it shopped. And the customer had a small tip on it. Then they cash tipped on top of that. Like base pay was like $35 or something for like 12 items. It was so nice. Like, where are you the rest of the time when I need good orders? But in order for Uber to send me a trip radar, they'd have to send me anything. I haven't seen. I've been. I don't know. Have I even had an Uber in the last hour on this live stream? Tuesday night. Tuesday night. Do you guys think that more people order from like Mexican places and taco places on a Tuesday for Taco Tuesday? Or do you think it only matters if it's something like Cinco de Mayo? Like, I always try to set up more near pizza places on Fridays and Saturdays because I feel like I deliver more pizzas on weekends than I do on weekdays. Like higher end pizza places. There's always people ordering from Papa John's, but we've got a couple of like really nice Chicago style pizza, New York style pizza places, and I feel like I just get more of those orders on weekends. But it would be interesting to go through my old notes and old deliveries just day by day and see where orders tend to come from. So anyway, welcome to all of you who are coming in. Yeah, so I used to see a fair amount of like Walmart orders, through Uber Eats, but I haven't even seen one for a while. I got a couple of good ones, but I would say half the time, they always would look good as an offer. About half the time they would go off without a hitch, and then the other half the time there was some sort of major issue. Come on, Magic Dumpster. What are we gonna go? It's 6:20. I don't know when we got back here. We'll give it 5 more minutes, and then we'll head back north. Head back in the general direction of Carrabba's. So yeah, this is the reality, right? So the nicely cut videos, they're fun. Hey Meow, how's it going? Thanks for joining us. Just waiting for an order. We have a Magic Dumpster. The Magic Dumpster gave us a $16 order a few minutes ago. So we're trying to get one more good order out of the Magic Dumpster before we relocate here. Any of the apps are welcome to participate. It doesn't just have to be DoorDash. The Magic Dumpster. Been going well. So I got out delivering around 11 this morning, Meow. And it was really good till like 11 to 2:30. Like I was doing 25 an hour for the first 3 hours or whatever. And then it really slowed down this afternoon, and it still hasn't picked up. So, we're coming up on, it's a lot of minutes. Have I really been doing this for 2 hours? Is that 129 minutes? Yeah, it is. We've been on here for 2 hours, and what have I delivered since I went live? 2 orders. Because we had one order that was canceled and stuff. So I don't know. Supper last night was great. Supper tonight, not so much. But I'm probably around, I can add it up actually. I'll tell you where I'm actually at on the day. Let's see. Do some math. Too evil. Tell you what, some of the food customers order smells delicious, and others of it I wonder, why did you pick that? 3. Okay, so DoorDash is 54. Uber is 41. So that's 95. And then we're like 39. I'll just call it 40. So we're like 135. 135 on the day so far. That's starting at 11. So that's 7 hours. I mean, it's not bad, but it's also, we're rapidly going downhill here because there just haven't been supper orders. I mean, anytime I go into supper at $100, I'm, going out at 11 in the morning, I'm usually pretty happy because you figure you can get another 100, but it's just not showing up tonight. Too many people partying. All right, I'm gonna give it one more minute and then we're gonna move back north and see what we can catch. So we need to get by 9 o'clock another 65 would be nice. 65 in 3.5 hours. So, I mean, that's not crazy. Obviously, my dollars per hour wouldn't be great, but I'd still like to have a $200 day. $200 in 10 hours is $20 an hour. So I would at least feel accomplished when I go on the live stream tonight. I could say, okay, we squeezed out a $200 day when it looked like we had no chance. But I've had fun live streaming. I appreciate you guys. All this is helping with watch hours and helping grow the channel and getting to meet new people as well. If you haven't liked or subscribed yet, definitely give you that invite while we have a nice little break here. All right, 6:25. I'm gonna move. It's pretty easy to get back and turn around if we get an order from back in here. But we're gonna move. It's Tuesday. All right, let's go. We're gonna go to one of the places we talked about earlier and we haven't stopped it yet. We're gonna go to Turco Taco. It is Tuesday. It's also not far from the downtown, so I can get orders from where we were sitting, even though we won't be by the magic dumpster. Plans for the 4th. So we were originally planning on going to a parade on the morning of the 4th to meet up with at least one other family from our church, but one of their kids was sick, and so they're not doing it. So we are now debating if we're going to try to do fireworks. So we're at 6, 8, and 10, and I know the kids would like it. My wife's not a huge fan of doing like big fireworks type of things and stuff like that, but we think the kids are old enough to actually want to do fireworks and enjoy it and not be complaining and stuff the whole time. So we're debating. We talked over the phone earlier, waiting for people to cross here. I have my green light, but I'm not gonna run anybody over. So maybe we might do the fireworks thing on Thursday night. Other than that, I'm planning on delivering. I think it'll be good, but my whole theory that everything will be good leading up to 4th of July is kind of breaking down in real time in front of us here with how slow supper is tonight. But you know what? Slow supper, but hanging out with friends is better than a slow supper hanging out by yourself. So I'll take that. Are you doing anything for the 4th, Meow? Heading back to Walmart, rideshare, Lisa? You're just gonna lick the utensils. Hey, it's just cleaning them, right? You're just making sure they're sanitized. We are still planning on going live at 10. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna stream here. I want to get a couple more orders with you guys though, just because I want to get better at live streaming. Too evil. Barbecue and fireworks at Friends. Alright. I always forget which exact side street our taco place is on. I know it's one of these. We'll figure it out here shortly. If I'm not getting any orders by 7 o'clock or so, I'll probably move DoorDash back over to earn by time. Because I'd rather stay busy with some junky orders than really not have anything to do. Is this one? Is this my, find out. Alright. So we're just moving to a taco place. We're, Magic Dumpster, I guess we used up all the Magic Dumpster magic. So now we're gonna go hunting for some Taco Tuesday magic. The glamorous life of a gig tuber. So I'm on Black Crow, I'm on DoorDash, Uber Eats, Instacart, and GrubHub. Those are my 4 gig delivery apps. Then I also sell on eBay and Amazon as well. We're almost here to this taco place. It's slightly out of the red zone. Where are you at, Black Crow? Do you do some form of delivery work? Well, the taco place is full tonight. There's a lot of cars parked here. So I'll park a little bit away because it's not that long of a walk, but a little easier to... Oh, you're in Fiji. Wow. Do you guys have... What do you have for delivery services? There's got to be something there, right? All right, so you're going to get washed out. I'm going to show you this, though, and it's going to be a little bright. Not me. That's too close to me. So you can see that... Oh, just taxi. Okay. That peaked red and white building. It used to be a Dairy Queen, and sorry. Yes, Fiji has nice water. Is the Fiji water that they sell here, is that actually from Fiji, or is that just marketing? All right, hey, we got something. Hold on, I gotta show you. We got another diamond order here. It's from Lake Park Diner, which is really only a couple blocks north of here. 2 orders of, okay, it is actually from Fiji, because I don't like being over marketed to, but I now know that. So we're gonna go to Lake Park Diner, just a little local diner that is in the Lake Park district of Naples. So this is the second time we move, and as soon as we get somewhere, we get an order almost instantly. So this is why I recommend not sitting in one place for super long amounts of time. So this is and I see you were saying something too, Eva. As soon as I park here at this diner, I'll read what you were saying, because I saw something about value added. So hang tight. Only like 2 blocks away. But anyway, for you gig delivery drivers, sometimes you're stuck, but I think so many people end up wasting time by sitting in the same spot for a half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour or 2. I think Instacart shoppers especially, they especially get kind of like stuck in this mode of, I'm just gonna sit here until an order comes through. Let's see. Okay, I got a place I can back into. There's a tight little parking lot here. But this is a super local, high-end, locally trendy type of restaurant. It's like a diner. It's an outdoor diner. I'll show you. It looks kind of cool. So they have like, those are screens, and you might not be able to tell, but those beigeish areas, let's see if I can point to them. Right there, right above my finger, those are actually screens, so they can raise and lower them as they wish. Alright, gotta mark myself as arrived at store. Okay, I have been charging my other headphones. So the stream is gonna pause, I think, for just half a second, but I need to go out of here to reconnect, I think. Hold on, let's see. I've been charging for long enough because I want you guys. Oh yeah, I think we're good. So we're back on my headphones. So I am gonna go grab this order, but I want to just keep testing out so you can watch me. And good. So audio is good. I don't know if you'll be able to hear me the whole way, but I'm gonna just have it facing out so you can watch me. And I'm gonna go try to pick up this order and then come on back. So hopefully you'll still be able to hear me now. So we're going out here. Peace. Hi. Good evening. Picking up for Joseph for DoorDash. Are they both hot, or is one hot and
No,
one
so
cold?
this one's gonna be the hot one. This one's
Okay.
the cold one.
Here, I'll get the hot one
Yeah,
here then. Just good.
I'd like to talk.
All right. Thank you so much. Have a good night. Thank you. You almost got to watch me get run over on live stream there. Did you guys see that? Love this. All right, so it's 2 orders of fish and chips, but there's both a hot and a cold bag. So I don't know what's in the cold bag. Did you guys get to see that? I'll have to rewatch the stream later. Did you guys get to almost see me get run over in real time? Is like someone flying through the parking lot? I know my rights as a pedestrian. All right, I'm back. So everything was ready. So it's the second time tonight I've had a diamond order that was ready, and it really just feeling like they're waiting for diamond delivery drivers to get here. Well, good. I'm glad the audio was clear, and you almost got to see me die. So, I mean, what's better than that, right? It's a twofer. All right, let's see. Our driving distance, not bad. We're staying on our main strip here, which is 41, which is what we like. We're also going to be landing near some really nice high-end restaurants. So, all right, someone's waiting for me to get out now. So, it's amazing. When they want your parking spot, they'll stop for you. But when you're just walking, we'll just run them over. I'm rich. I'm a multimillionaire. We'll run the poor over. I can't wait to see it too. I mean, they were on their cell phone. They had no clue what was going on. So, I mean, I always cross confidently, but at the same time, I'm always watching because my plan is if a car tries to run me over, I'm going to try to just like roll up their windshield. So at this restaurant, they call it fish and chips. I think most. So we still have a pretty significant. Sorry, my face is getting washed out from this. We have a pretty significant European influence over here. Not necessarily, British per se, though there is a little bit of that. But we have like a high Italian influence and just kind of European culture. So we do get quite a few people using fish and chips. And there's actually a restaurant in town called Grouper and Chips. So Grouper is like a local fish. So this is great though. I only have a mile and a half. I'm just trying to figure out know if there's a receipt on it, but they're like, there's a hot bag and a cold bag. So what would be, the fish and the chips would be hot. So I wonder if they have like, there was no drink on the order. It's just literally 2 orders of fish and chips. Maybe they get like side salads or something like that. Maybe there's something that just comes with a meal. So, man, so many of you guys hanging out with me tonight. I love it. I appreciate it so much. And I just appreciate all the encouragement from this channel and spending time. So hopefully for those of you who are out delivering tonight, it's making your time go by faster. And the more confident I get in this, like the more I'm enjoying it as well. And hopefully we'll just be able to keep eventually upgrading our technology here and keep making this experience better for you guys. And honestly, it takes a lot of the burden of editing long form videos out. Like I know I need to make long form videos, but so yeah, coleslaw. That's what I was kind of thinking, Kaylee. I was thinking something like that. Black Crow. I have never actually done rideshare. Primarily because I doubt that there's anyone who would want to ride in this bucket of bolts known as a 2004 Pontiac Vibe. So that's kind of the primary reason. Also, this is probably selfish of me, but since it is me, I get to make choices for me. I need pauses of my people interaction, my direct people interaction. And if I were constantly driving around people all day, I don't think I'm in a mental state that I'm ready to handle that. So I like having short conversations with people punctuated by longer pauses of time by myself. Now, talking with you guys is different just because it's very casual. It's as I'm able to and different things like that. So I do want to try it someday, if only for the purpose of the channel, but I would not subject anyone to ride share in this car, honestly. And also because my car is so filled with stuff. So my whole front seat is filled with like different delivery bags that I use depending on what the order is. So I use the pizza bag. I like my GrubHub bag for a lot of mid-range orders. That's what I'm using now, even though it's a DoorDash order. I still like the GrubHub bag. I have a pizza bag. I got a catering bag. So that's all there. In the back seat, I actually have a little tote that I use to put drinks in so they don't slide around. I have my youngest daughter's car seat is still in the back. And then in the trunk, I've got a cooler. I've got my wagon. I just don't have room for stuff. And so I just would need a bigger vehicle that had a little more storage space, that was nicer, cleaner. Before I just don't feel like I could provide anywhere near a good customer service experience. And I'm just not that motivated to it. But I do think for the sake of the channel at some point I'll try it because I think it would be fun and interesting. But I just don't know how I would do any form of like ride along with that because I don't think I'd feel comfortable putting random strangers on camera, nor would they feel comfortable with that. So we're less than a half mile away. Yeah, at some point I think I'll give it a try. It's just right now I'm not in that. And I also don't think I want to deal with like the late night drunk people ride home. I love people, but I don't think I just want to introduce that into my vehicle. So we're actually not even going as far north as I thought. We're going to be pretty close to going back to Carrabba's. So we've got a choice here of either doubling back to Turco or going ahead, or maybe we'll get hit with something right away. I don't know. But we're almost to this delivery. What was it again? 6 plus? I forget what it was. 6 plus, 7 plus. But I got a DoorDash call. So probably the customer. Hold on. Hello? Yeah, this is he. Yes. Oh, okay. 312. Okay, so hold on. So I'm just pulling into the roundabout here. Um, and so I just want to make sure I'm going the right to you. So I'm going to take a left at the roundabout as I come in. Yep. Okay. 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 312, you said? Okay. Sounds good. Well, I'm pulling in now, so I will be up in just a minute or two for you. Thank you so much for the. All right. Thank you so much for the good instructions. I appreciate it. All right. Yep. Bye. Just phone calls ended. Don't worry. Double checked. Just a friendly reminder, like, just be polite with these customers. He was just saying, hey, I'm so sorry I didn't actually put an apartment number on. Right? Customers make mistakes just like we do sometimes. And I mean, he did well to make it right ahead of time before I even realized that I needed an apartment number. But anyway, just always give the benefit of the doubt to your customers. All right, I'll be back shortly. We'll see how I'm going in an elevator, so I don't know if you're going to be able to hear me the whole way. But I forgot my cold bag. I told you that there were two bags, right? And the only one that, like, as soon as something weird happens, then you kind of get your whole rhythm thrown off. Maybe that's just a me thing, but I've noticed that that's what I tend to make. You guys can hear me still, so I'm coming back here. Everything's dropped off. It was a super nice couple. Thankfully, I didn't forget that part of the order. All right, I want to get this mark this completed so we can get another order, hopefully. But here we go. We're back. We're back. We're back. Haven't marked it. Complete delivery because it was a meet the customer. All right. Hey, not bad. Not bad. $9 order. Again, all you need is like a 9 and a 16 or a 10 and a 15 or two 12s. Get your 25 an hour. So we did that. Could you guys hear me the whole way? What you can do is record interactions and do live stream when you deliver food. Yeah, that's that's probably something like that. And I've been very open. Good. Well, I'm glad you guys could hear me. They're a super nice couple. And so here's what I'm going to do. This is, it doesn't always work, but when you have a really good interaction, I'm going to see if I can still message them. I know I already marked it as delivered, but sometimes you can still message them. Let's see. Can I still do that? Oh no, because I didn't message them before. If I had messaged them before, I could follow up with like my thank you message, and every once in a while, a nice little thank you message can get you an extra tip after. But you know, my standard for telling if someone's like genuinely like appreciative doesn't mean that if they don't do this they're not appreciative. But one of the ways that I determine that people are genuinely appreciative is if they actually use my name, right? And so they were like, "Thank you, Craig. Appreciate you so much." Like, because it's that extra level of going beyond and actually looking at the app and caring about you as a delivery driver. And so, you know, and I've said so much. We're going to go back to Carrabba's because that's what we're closest to. Try to get one more. I think I'm going to do one more with you guys and then take a break because I'm hungry and I need a bathroom stop, and I'm not going to live stream all of that. I know you're so disappointed. But I will be back on at 10 o'clock tonight from home. So we are going to do the next in our series that we were doing about how to overcome failure and mistakes. But let's try to get one more here. Try to get one more delivery with you guys. And yeah, I think Carrabba's is kind of the next best place for us to go from here. That's kind of where we hung out earlier in the stream. But yeah, 10 o'clock Eastern time, I'll be on tonight. If you guys want to hang out a little bit more. And this is good. I appreciate everybody spending time, and it's fun kind of realizing you got people doing deliveries while you're doing deliveries, and definitely helps you not feel alone with everything. And oh, Uber finally sends us an order, and who couldn't turn down that $4 for 12 miles. $4 for 12 miles. Thanks, Uber. You can just go back to sleep again. I'd prefer you do that than send me a junk like that. So Uber base pay, so that's got to be like a $2.50 tip, roughly, for 12 miles. My goodness. Whatever. Somebody's going to deliver it eventually. It's just not going to be me. Unless they send it back to me for like $25. Then I'll take it. All right, we're going to pull back into Carrabba's. Instacart sending me a $6 on Walgreens order. Not going to do that. It's not a long distance, but that's not enough motivation for me to go shopping. All right, we're going to come park back in the back of Walgreens, or not Walgreens, in the back of Carrabba's. Back in our shady spots. I think there's at least one other DoorDasher here, but this time we're closer to the building than he is. And I'm a platinum dasher, so DoorDash will send me good orders. If I speak it, it can come true, right? Hey, my acceptance rate is back up to 75%. It's where I started the day. I didn't decline any orders, but I had one order that got blocked out because of my phone. My phone, like, basically froze. So I'm up to a 4.97 on DoorDash for my customer rating. I got a 99 5-star and 1 2-star. So trying to get, and I do have, unless someone messed it up, I have the full 5-star on you can see that on Instacart. I finally have the full 5-star. one thing I'm trying to still fix on Instacart is my cancellation rate. I'm trying to get it to 0% and see if there's a bump. I've heard rumors that getting your cancellation rate on Instacart is actually worth a whole lot more than what they tell you. Getting it to 0 like that. There's not a major difference between 1% and 10% cancellation rate, but there's a huge difference between 0% and 1%. I've heard. So I kind of want to test that out and see if that does anything at all. It's probably not. It's probably just a rumor. But so our goal here, I'm going to stream either until 7 o'clock, so 6 more minutes, or if I get an order, I'll take you on one more delivery. But if I do one more delivery with you guys, it's going to be probably a full 3-hour stream here. So I think that's enough time. But I appreciate hanging out with all of you. I want to make sure, since I got a few minutes here. Okay, so let's see. Give it a try. What you can do is record interactions, do a live stream, and then you deliver food. Old taxi driver did the same. People tipping. Yeah, there's so much stuff. Like I said, with everything on YouTube, I'm just trying to proceed really cautiously and only take on things. I don't want to say when I'm comfortable, but I only want to take on 1 or 2 things that are uncomfortable to me at a time, if that makes sense, because I want to make sure that everything else that I'm doing is already well supported before I start adding things that might take a little while. So it took me a little while to figure out how I wanted to do live stream ride-alongs like this. But now that I'm doing it, I'm getting more comfortable with it, and it's really good because it accomplishes multiple things. So one, vertical live streaming is a lot better to get your content introduced to new people than horizontal live streaming. Horizontal live streaming is great, but it's more for like your well-defined audience. Vertical live streaming, you're much more likely to get random people and new people in, which is what we want to do. 2, it's adding a huge amount of watch hours to the channel, which of course I super appreciate as we're trying to get to the 3,000 watch hours. And 3, it's like, okay, it takes time that I would be just by myself anyway, and instead I get to share it with people and hear what's going on with you and hopefully teach you guys some things and at least teach you some of my philosophy of some of this stuff. But it's like, okay, so now I want to really get good at this before I kind of introduce the next thing. And so I'm just trying, there's a lot of stuff going on in my life, and I'm trying to make sure that I don't get out of balance again, because how I've gotten into a lot of trouble in my life is by diving in, taking on too much, and then not being able to sustain any of it. Right? Like, so you start with this idea of like, I want to do something new or cool, and then you start another thing, and then before you know it, you've taken on all these new things, and you're kind of trying to juggle it all, and now you're not doing any of them well. So I just kind of have a new standard of excellence for me, and not meaning perfection by any means, but I don't want anything new to drop something old below my standard for it. And so that's why it's like, okay, I want to develop and I want to take risks. So anyway, I feel like I'm just kind of talking on, but I'm definitely willing to try new things. I just want to make sure it's in the right context. All right, let's get one more. Come on here. We got 3 minutes. I'm gonna hang out with you guys 3 more minutes, or if I get an order, then I'll do it. But it's got to be in the next 3 minutes. Otherwise, we're gonna go. If you haven't yet hit that like and subscribe, please do so. Would appreciate it so much. Like I said, we will be back with a live stream tonight at 10 o'clock Eastern. So in about 3 hours, we're going to be talking about. We started a series on Sunday about how to deal with your failures and your mess ups. We gave an overall principle, like a way to handle it on Sunday. And then yesterday we talked about the first step, which was to fess up to your mess up, take responsibility for the things that you caused, but don't take responsibility for things that other people cause, and try how to make that discernment. Tonight we're going to talk about then now analyzing that failure to figure out what was the actual cause of your mistake. Were you being too cocky or too arrogant? Were you ignorant? And we're going to talk about specifically halts triggers. Were you hungry, angry, lonely, tired, sick? Did that cause you, one of those things cause you to do something that was out of character for you? Was it just blatant rebellion? So we're going to kind of talk through all of those things, because the whole goal here is to move away from making that same type of mistake again, and get your head and your heart into the proper space. So that's what we're going to talk about, as well as I'll review any more orders that comes in. I'm probably going to, I don't even know if I'm going to stay out till 9 if it's this slow, because it's just not worth it. But tentatively planning on staying out till 9, hoping to get to 200. I think we still need about $50 some over the next 2 hours. So, well, that's the plan. So again, thank you all. I appreciate you so much hanging out with me. And if you missed part of this and you want to listen to it in the background, you can just rewind to the beginning. But it is 7 o'clock. And let's see. Oh, Instacart sent me something. Nope, $5. Nope. You can't convince me to get out of my car for $5. So it is 7 p.m. here now. So 10 p.m. Eastern is when we're going to do it. So yeah, I'll be on in 3 hours. 3 hours from now, if you want to set your clocks. And that's Sunday through Thursday night. Hey, thanks for hanging out with us, Black Crow. Thank you. Glad you got your order, rideshare, Lisa. Before I left, and I'm not sure who's still on, but just want to say thank you to everybody who hung out with us. Kaylee, if you're still here, thank you for hanging out. It was good meeting with you and talking with you, and thank you for teaching me a little bit about Fiji water and Too Evil. I don't know if you'll be on tonight or not, but I definitely look forward. And so many other people who are hanging out here. Meow. I'm just kind of scrolling back through it. Appreciate every single one of you and all the time that was spent with me. So I'm signing out. I'll give you an update if you tune in at 10. I'll give you an update on the rest of the night. But I don't have high hopes at this point. But thank you all. Have a great night.